Meditation on the feast of priest Saint Andrew Kim, Saint Ha-Sang Jeong, and fellow martyrs, on September 18, 2022. The place where the fallen leaves become manure. Today is a day to reflect on the holy lives of the martyrs who laid the foundation for the history of the Catholic Church in Korea. Let's look back on the tearful lives of the martyrs, including priest Andrew Dae-Gun Kim, who was the first priest of our ancestors, and the martyrs who knew the Lord, cared for the Lord's will in their hearts, and gave their lives to protect it. As I walked on the ground, covered with the traces of their lives that burned with passion, and then felt like fallen leaves, I fell into deep contemplation. On that land, after a great wind passes, and the cool air seeps in, I watch the surrounding landscape change to an autumn-like appearance, and I draw with my heart what season my life is going through. Now, more and more leaves are falling. When we feel the changes around us, as if a hot life is dying, it feels like everything is a metaphor for our lives now, and our hearts are more touched. How important this time of the day is. Still, how great would it be if I could compose and sketch the whole picture of my life that I will build up one by one today? So, how happy would it be if I could find my own color and paint it beautifully and complete the painting? So, one essayist said, people who do not have a diachronic and holistic view of their life cannot explain the value and meaning of what they are doing, and lamented. This is because when we look at life as a blessing that we can live with the breath of the Lord, we cannot neglect our heart to do our best as much as we are thankful. And even if we deeply love the time and meaning we have been given, we have no choice but to yield our lives to death, which is the end of life that can never be avoided. The time is not set, and the truth of life can be revealed. And because we solemnly acknowledge this fact, if we don't fill the moments with truth, if we don't oxidize ourselves like fire, our lives will be empty dreams. Even if it is destined to break like a weed, loving the present life is the truth of life. The above essayist confessed just like this. So I guess my heart was so sympathetic. It's probably because I'm realizing that the length of time I've worked is not important, but for what and how I've worked is more important. And it may be because of the desire not to lose the enthusiasm for something. I do not hesitate to speak of something here as love for the Lord and passion for my contemporaries. The more I live, the more I feel the value of the precious heritage of faith engraved from the mother's womb. How can I easily let go of that love and passion? How can I compare my longing for the fulfillment of life where the existence of generous giving itself can be a gift of healing, to my selfish desire to be filled with temporary things? What will separate us from the love of Christ? In all these things, we conquer overwhelmingly through Him who loved us. Knowing the value of something truly precious gives you strength to overcome any trials and tribulations. When we set our goal on eternal things, we know that the loneliness and pain caused by difficulties are not the conclusion, but the process to go through. When you wander in the middle of a deep pit, where no one responds and no light seeps in, you may appear humble and lowly in the eyes of others. However, I am experiencing that the firm belief that I am on the road to the Lord gives me the strength to give myself comfort. No matter what path I take, I will never lose courage on it. It is because I believe that we can deliver the song of a broken soul with dignity and true love only when we constantly ask and answer questions about the truth of life and stand on a difficult road, rather than compromising the world and staying in a position where authority is recognized. The souls of the just are in the hand of God. They are in peace, their hope full of immortality. Those who trust in Him shall understand the truth, and the faithful shall abide with Him in love. Because grace and mercy are with His holy ones, and His care is with the elect. Peace is not an outward quiet without disturbance. Rather, true peace is the result of love, flowing out of an inner silence that is unwavering in any circumstance. Joy does not come from the absence of the cross and suffering that come to life. I believe that when the cross of sorrow and tears approaches in the chaos of relationships that arise every day despite our best efforts, the martyr love that we can bear without avoiding it will keep the peace of our souls. If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. How heavy is the cross? It must be an unbearably heavy mold. However, the reason that the Lord was able to carry the cross to the end was not because the cross was the mold on which He was bound as a sinner. It was because there was a purpose of healing and forgiveness that could be given with love, even when He accepted death. Even the great pain that made it feel like being forsaken was healed by the peace that the Lord obtains at the moment of diachronic and integrated reliance on the Father's will and the Father's Spirit of love. Because the Lord knew in Him that death on the cross was a process leading to the triumph of love and resurrection. The leaves will fall again. However, fallen leaves are not just a symbol of the loneliness that perishes on the ground. While staying on a tree as a leaf, it receives sunlight and becomes the basis of life. And when it falls to the ground, it rots and becomes manure, adding the heat of life to the tree to overcome the winter again. Even though it seems to be disappearing, there is a mystery of life that continues to lead to life. Like that, even though the love of the Lord was burned to the fullest, and the love was burned down like a fallen leaf, I am walking in the footsteps of those who have become the foundation of faith for us who are here today. Someday, our lives will be like that. I hope that as we complete the journey of martyrdom to bear the cross in peace with a strong heart, we will be able to ignite the fire of faith in the hearts of our loved ones. I pray that you will be able to live a passionate and peaceful life.